Hello and welcome back once again, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Candle Close News. Hello and welcome back once
Another
again,
Thursday,
everybody, to another
Thors-Day.
episode of the Daily Candle
Hanging
Close
out with
News.
you all.
Hello and welcome back
We've
once
got another
again,
Thursday,
everybody, to another
Thors-Day.
episode of the Daily Candle. We got Jupiter entering Taurus, so something we're going to be speaking about today. But as we always started off with a little motivational, let's go ahead and kick that off today. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's just vibe with the cosmos, shall we? Because Pioneers, here's to going even when you don't want to go no more. To moving forward when you're uncomfortable, to stepping up when you're fearful. Here's to courage, dedication, determination. I was talking to a friend of mine these past few days about understanding the difference between two different things in life. On one hand, we have the fear, false evidence appearing real that presents itself when we're elevating and leveling up, like we've all felt nerves before a big event in life, a big life change. And then on the other hand, the emotions that arise when we start to feel like something isn't right for us. Similar discomfort, but not quite the same. We feel nervous or uneasy because we know we're misaligned. Our moral compass isn't in line. And where we landed, me and my friend, in our conversation is that we were on the edge of our cliff. Our body was pushing back. Our heart pounding, mind racing, nervous, fearful, don't know what's going to happen, what to expect. The question that I asked him, will you be disappointed in yourself? Will I be if we don't go through with it? Will we be letting ourselves down, our family down by turning back now? We got to jump into the future and imagine we are already there. Our future us sitting at the table reflecting on where we came from. This conversation. Do we see ourselves as regretful, wishing we pushed through and tried harder? Or were we already where we wanted to be? When you think about it, it looks obvious looking back that you can easily recognize mistakes and the things you stopped doing, and because maybe they weren't aligned with who you are. But when you stop doing the wrong thing, it feels like a relief, like a weight off your shoulders, a step back of fresh air. Those decisions create a more fulfilled life. But those times I stopped because I let the moment get bigger than my ambitions and my end goal. Those times I caved and decided that I didn't want to pay the price solely because of the temporary discomfort. I remember those too. And that's a different feeling altogether. A not so good feeling, as we all know. Coach Abe says it like this: there's a pain of discipline or a pain of regret. Choose your pain. One of the things that makes life challenging is that we have to be open to some level of discomfort in our lives. It's just what it is to be human. Our power is we get to choose where we let that pain in and what it means for us. What are we going to do with it? We're going to let it make us or break us. Is it going to grow us, or is it going to be the pain that reminds us of what could have been, what I should have been? And I really think that most of the time we stop not because of the path was wrong for us, but because somewhere along the way we forgot that most of life's best experiences and circumstances and opportunities come from mistakes, a hefty price tag. They demand a lot from us. And in those moments, when the lights shine the brightest on you, pioneers. When you feel the weight of the world coming down on you, it's easy to misdiagnose the discomfort as a stop sign, a time to quit. Oh, I feel alone. I'm ready to give up. I feel unsure. I don't have any validation, no pride. My confidence is gone. Whatever it may be, these things, even as I'm saying them out loud right now, because I've dealt with them too, seem awful. When in reality, they're just the cost of a mission to being a pioneer, ascended master. You have to not know before you can ever know. Can I get a hello? But try telling yourself that as you're wandering around, feeling nothing but pressure. It's a different story altogether, isn't it? But here's the good thing, it's a challenge you're capable of handling. Can I get a hello? Of overcoming, hurdling those obstacles that you set in your way. Life is about stepping into things we don't feel ready for. And then saying it feels so good to be alive because you've learned repeatedly that we can piece together the knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom along the way to get us to our outcome by building a craft and a skill. It reminds us that fear, false evidence appearing real is going to show up regardless of what we do in life, but we can't forget everything and run. We got to grow into the people we are capable of becoming, our higher self, the ascended master, the Messiah. We got to understand that fear, it is in its own unique way an invitation to be in your best self. The discomfort doesn't mean give up, doesn't mean something's wrong. Often the opposite, it could be right. It's letting you know that more is available for the taking, that you are right where you need to be, vibing with the cosmos, becoming an awakened soul and a pioneer, a divergent, a glitch. You gotta change in order to become worthy of what's on the other side, where the grass is greener. Life is not saying no, it's merely demanding of you courage. And courage you have, because what you believe in your hearts and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality. And what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset. And what gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset becomes an unconscious action and an unconscious activity. So, sending all you much love and high vibrations out to wherever you may be in the matrix and galaxy. I see Inna Ash Ina Ash, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, saying hello. Let's go ahead and get that up there. Saying hello, fam. Nice to see you. We got a few people backstage right now. Modern Sword hanging out, ready to come on as soon as I get done introducing and doing a little short decode on Jerusalem Day and the importance of you, the Messiah. And hey, awakened souls, sending us much love from all the way on the West Coast. Again, Modern Swords from the same area, West Coast, going to be joining us live soon. And who else knows who may pop in before the end of this video. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and add you to the stream, brother. Go ahead and say hello. Let everybody know how you're doing today.
Doing great.
Doing great. Good.
Yeah, I am. Even though the markets are going down, doing great.
Yeah.
Another buying opportunity, right?
Correct. I love boredom. I love, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I love when everybody's running for the hills to back up, load a pack, and stack up my crypto. So, I love boredom and red candles. It makes me excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think got a lot to do with today, which was what I was about to get into, and that's talking about Jerusalem Day. This is something I found out about last month on the 18th on Tax Day. Our mentor Waters was able to come out and bring it out before me. Darn it! I'm gonna start doing things as soon as I find them. But it was in April. I was talking about a lot of things. How historically April was the month of distractions, and I really didn't want to get too ahead of myself. And so I decided to wait. And well, today is it, Jerusalem Day. And we know that's a very important day. It's the first time the whole city of Jerusalem came under Jewish law and Jewish rule, they say, since the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, during the Jewish Roman Wars between 66 and 77 CE, basically a 7-year war. And this 7 number is very powerful in Judaism. And we'll start the decode off with that right there and just bringing up today, 518, being 33 weeks and 3 days since the start of the Jubilee year, which was the first full day of the Jewish Hebrew New Year last year, which started on 9/25, but it's a multiple day event and it's a revolving date. It's sometimes in October, Rosh Hashanah, and sometimes in September. This year it's going to be on 9/15 through the 17th. So it's a multiple day event, but this day, the 26th, if we date it back to then, was 33 weeks and 3 days ago, a very powerful number sequence, that 333, that I'll break down in just a few minutes. But basically, the 33 tying us into, well, again, today being a day for Jesus, well, Jesus who died at 33. So, this being the first day of the Jubilee, the biblical Jubilee, very financial turmoil year that we've been expecting here. I'm sure you are as well. Other people that follow the channel or are hip to the things like the Shemitah, the 7-year cycle, or the 50-year biblical Jubilee, etc. So I just see this 7-month, 22-day time period raised by Wolves, who I've done a couple collaborations with lately and plan to do more with. Shout out to him and his community. Um, this 722, 22 over 7 is also broken down to pi 3.14, another mathematical equation that Archimedes shared with us. Besides the 3.14, it's also 22 over 7. So, basically coming back full circle to, I think, why we're seeing the sell-off in the markets today. It's the 138th day of the year, and, well, what do you know? That symbolizes the 138 that we find in the Great Pyramids, along with the golden ratio of pi, the 1618. But this 138 from the Phoenix Rising community, from Jason RKX, and a lot of other scholars, they believe that the angel of death comes every 138 years on a cycle. So I wasn't surprised to look in the charts today and see nothing but Jesus going up to the upside on Jerusalem Day, a day, associated with Jesus, basically, in the Jewish Hebrew culture. Today's the 18th. And if you look at the decode, we'll go right there and start with that. Jesus, the only coin pumping today on the 18th. And when we pull out our Chaldean cipher, we know is the most purest, it gives us that same 18 that we get in today's date, and, well, Christ as well. So we'll start right there. Very powerful. Both giving us the 18 on today's date. And for me, I was able to de-risk this 500, 700% rally to the upside in Jesus. I wasn't able to catch the top. I de-risked, I think right around after we double topped and slightly went above it, and was coming back down. I decided to go ahead and de-risk. Turned a few bucks into a couple hundred, and I'm not surprised. And I'm not greedy. So, but to watch Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies pull off and back in a downtrend today, I'm just really not surprised. 138th day of the year, angel of death coming from the 322, the 223 exponential movement averages, like we teach here on the Daily Candle Close News, tying us into, well, the brotherhood of death, skull and bones. So, making a lot of sense to me. But as we go ahead and continue with this decode into Jerusalem Day, I'm going to go ahead and write that out in the decode and make just a few more connections to today in this decode to the 18 and how important it is. But Jerusalem Day giving us this very powerful 73, tying us into the 73 we get in Osiris if we were to type that out. But it's the 21st prime number, also tying us into Saturn. But that's not what I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at that 36, and that's tying us into the 36 we get in Jupiter today. And I think that's important because it's affecting Bitcoin right now. And the reason why I'm bringing, of course, Bitcoin up is because, well, the 36 and today, the markets on Jerusalem Day, giving us the same 36, are in a downtrend on the 138th day of the year. But Jupiter is entered what is known as Taurus. So it's in it for roughly a week. And so I think this is bringing the volatility in the markets right now. Very astrological time period that I think we should definitely pay attention to. I had some notes right here that I was going to read about it, and it's praise be to the bull is what I wrote. As we clear through the shadow of Mercury stationed in retrograde, which we know we just passed through. Very volatile time period gave us this M-shaped pattern in the markets, a rejection from this floor ceiling that I was talking about for multiple weeks, that we needed to see multiple daily candle closes above, or we were going back down to the downside. Let's welcome Pinchy Gordo in the house, brother. Glad to have you. Um, but yeah, I said, praise be the bulls as we clear the shadow of Mercury in retrograde, which I envision as a, you know, psychic equivalent of the cleaning scene from Beauty and the Beast. You know what I'm saying? We're just cleaning in the markets. Mayday, mayhem right now. Mayday, mayday. And I thought it was pretty unique. We're just watching, the belt loosening right now, and just watching the band-aid get possibly ripped off to these lower ranges of 25 to maybe even 23, 22, 3. In the 223 year is what I'm thinking. I don't know. But very interesting time period. A lot of astrological events going on right now during Jerusalem Day. Both tying us in with the 36, Bitcoin 36, Jupiter 36. But I'm definitely looking at Taurus right now, as it's given us that 22 as well. And just like the 44 we were getting in Jerusalem Day, Jupiter and Taurus right now, all during this time period. But this 22 is tying us into, I teach my pioneers here around the 22nd, 21st of the month, we tend to get a reset, giving us that same 22, or a change in the markets, giving us that same 22, or a recycle, giving us that same 22. But this year, if you look at May and you know anything about the Julian, the Gregorian, the Druid, the Analucius, the whatever calendar that you want to go by, well, we know the real true calendar, the Julian calendar, May is really the third month. So the 322 date is coming up, leaving 223 days left in the year. And I'm expecting this to be a kind of very volatile time period, more than it usually is. We're just about to transition the day before on the 21st into the zodiac sign of Gemini and the twins. So, very, very indecisive on how this is going to go right now. But let's go back to today and keep breaking down the importance of today in this 18, and how important it is to us in life. Because it is, I believe, everything. And we'll start with, how every day we wake up to hours, minutes, and seconds. And giving us that 81, that 108, the spiritual number of completion that we know is right here. The significance of the number 8 is, well, the completion of a spiritual journey and the attainment of enlightenment. That's why many cultures have 108 steps leading to their temple. Or, you can pause the screen and read this sometime and go do your own due diligence. But a very powerful number right here, this 108. And this 81, the mirror of 18 today. But every day we wake up to this on a, well, clock that they keep us trapped in. Clock. I thought gave us that same, 18. I didn't see it in Chaldean. But yeah, they keep us trapped in this clock, to a slave to the clock, giving us that same 18. And I'm here to teach you how to become, of course, Jesus Christ, the ascended master, or if you're, well, a female, Trinity, that same 18 in Chaldean. Okay, I'm not being sexist. It's my goal to teach you how to be whole today on the 18th, giving us that same 18. It's my goal to teach you how to love again. And, well, you can't, make life without love, giving us that same 18. Venus, find us in here as well, giving us that same 81 and 18 that we're going to be discussing for just another second. This is all source. Giving us SOURC, source, giving us that same 81, that 36 we were discussing, tying us into Bitcoin Jupiter. It's code, it's source code, giving us that very powerful 108, spiritual number of completion. And it's our job to become, well, simply greatness. Giving us that same spiritual number of completion. So very powerful. Every day we wake up, we brush our teeth, we go to work, and these are all rituals. And this is all today is a ritual around Jerusalem Day, and which is why Jesus coin is pumping on the 18th, because again, Jesus and Christ both equal 18. I'm giving you this information today, John here, 18. All right. So one thing to know is that we are the carbon man, giving us that same 81, that 36. 3 times 6 is 18. And, well, you're a wizard, Harry and Hermione, giving us that same 81. It's all tying us back into the sun. You guys, you are the little sun that charges the big sun. So very powerful. And, well, eventually we all have to die, giving us that same 18. See, you are the one. It's like Neo was the one, tied to the infinity symbol, the infinite godlike consciousness. You are the 18, the matrix body. So very important that we just remember to become whole again, giving us that same 18 as we discussed. So very powerful decode around why I think the markets are, well, shaking up right now. And the only coin we're seeing really do anything is Jesus, pumping up 700, now roughly, almost 800% today on the 18th. This was an area where I shared in the group chat and, the Discord for all my pioneers, several other Discords, for a possible 68% chance of a breakout to the upside. We were just talking about 47%. We got that 48%, and then we continued to go up another 700 and roughly 50% since then. So let's check backstage and continue to see. We got RC3 more now in the house. Let's go, brother. Unmute your mic and say hello to the pioneers and awakened souls. Pinchy Gordo saying hello, hello. So want to know what you guys think about that little Jerusalem Day decode, and what you think about Jesus in the markets right now. And let's talk about where we can move forward, maybe discuss some TA. I've got some more breakdown of this Jesus character by the end of the video, that I really think will burst open some pineal glands for everybody. But before we do that, I want to give you guys the floor for a minute to discuss your thoughts for today.
Well, I'm watching this Jesus coin too. I got out yesterday at the same place as you, it looks like, and I don't even like watching it now because it just keeps going up, But
Yeah.
it makes you wonder how ridiculously high it might get, because it just keeps going. And how long does Jerusalem Day last? Like, what time would it be when the day is ended in Jerusalem?
It starts from sunset May 18th tonight through nightfall of the 19th, so it ends tomorrow on May 19th.
So it may pump through the night.
Yeah, and if we
Mm.
remember famously this time period of May 19th last year for, dang, I thought I had my Dogecoin chart pulled up. Um, yeah, we'll just do it right here. Um, if you go to the daily time frame, uh, I think it's this chart, yeah, and then we pull up the Dogecoin chart, and you remember May 19th of last year, shortly after, well, Elon Musk's Saturday Night Live Dogecoin scandal, essentially calling it a scam. If you go to Dogecoin for tomorrow's date, um, remember what happened to Dogecoin on a daily time frame. Um, it was right here. Same time Bitcoin was right here. And then on May 19th, we both, hit a large low and sell off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm expecting a, possible volatility between now and the 22nd.
Yeah, I just try to be extra careful when I'm messing around with ETH and gas prices.
Correct. Correct. Signor Fendi is in the house. Hello, hello. Thank you for viewing again. That is 8 people watching. We got 5 likes. Let's go and get that up. Get the likes and shares out. Thank you. But what were you saying, Modern Sword? Where were you going with that?
Sorry, I don't remember where I was going with that because I started looking at something else to talk to you about. But
Okay. Well, what
Hey,
is that?
can you guys hear me?
Is this RC3 More in the house?
Yes, sir, fellow
Yes.
pioneer.
I can hear you. I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just cooling down on the way home from work. I just wanted to jog Modern Sword's memory because I was gonna ask him a question about what he was talking about related to the Jesus coin. I think talking about ETH and gas prices. I was curious where you guys are exchanging your Jesus coin at because I'm sure it's one of those underground coins that you got to go find somewhere, right?
Correct.
no,
It's a
Coinbase
hidden
Wallet.
gem.
Well, I
Coinbase
have mine
Wallet.
connected to
Yeah,
Coinbase Wallet. Yeah,
that's how I've been doing it. But the ETH fees are, they're sometimes expensive and sometimes a little bit better, but still, I mean,
you want to make sure you're gonna by the time that you get in that you're definitely gonna make like $100, um, or more in order to get out even.
correct,
You know, yeah,
correct.
that's
Yeah,
about
and
it.
the other place is Uniswap, I believe. Awakened Soul says she wished she would have bought some Jesus coin, and I believe 2 weeks ago on my first or second Saturn Day night live, it was you and Awakened Soul that brought this up. So, uh,
Yeah, right. I didn't even
yeah,
get in for like a week later, but I
yeah,
had to
correct.
get in.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I saw Jerusalem Day approaching and I saw the 18th and everything, and I was like, okay, yeah, Jesus 18, Christ 18, going to be a big day for Jesus token. And lo and behold, it, hits a new all time high today. Pull the charts back up and see what it's doing. But I really think this large wick theory that I like to teach my pioneers about is going to show price action coming back down to the downside after a day, basically 3 days of just 700% to the upside, and we called this roughly 72 96 hours ago. So a great find for me, bullish find. I'm not bragging, not boasting, but just glad to know that my hard work's paying off and I'm able to hopefully prepare some of my pioneers, but most definitely myself, and my family for making a couple $100. It wasn't much, but it was a gamble and the gamble played off. But yeah, just reading the chat, you guys. So, sorry. Always awakened soul. I'm here to spread the knowledge, spread the knowledge. So definitely direct your questions. I know this elaborate truth that I'm about to break down on how important the understanding of who we are and this Jesus character is. May offend some people before I break down a little bit more TA today. But why not? It's just time that we rise above the nonsense. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If you're a Christian, you're the New Agers, and you're following a religion that is adopted from predated myth. Jesus was not a real historical person of the Roman period because the Bible is not a document. Okay, it's written by man. It's made from legends and myths, which obviously held many truths, treasures, and lessons. And it's my goal to expose those literaries. But remember, the Bible isn't to be taken literally. Okay? So there are parables, allegories that we're going to be talking about for a few moments. The Bible says that the serpent deceives Adam and Eve. So I'm going to go slow with this lesson, just because it's educational today. But, it says the Bible, in the Bible, it says that the serpent deceives Adam, okay, and offers man wisdom, and is the reason for man being mortal today, okay, being exiled from Eden. That means not being able to eat from the tree of life anymore, aka pure positivity, growth, and immortality. Okay, which is why now we die. Okay, which is where the tree of knowledge and good and evil represents duality, both positive and negative in this realm. Okay, birth and decay, life, death, rebirth. Okay, the story of Adam and Eve, Eve being a Latin and Hebrew word meaning a living body. They tell you come from Adam and Eve. Adam, okay, meaning red. Okay, the first stage, one of the stages of alchemy, the fourth stage, and Eve meaning, well, a living body. So you come from a living body of life. Okay, but Eve was literally derived from a Mesopotamian myth. Okay, so let's bring up Adam and Eve real quick because that's what we're talking about. All right, this fake story that they give us. All right, but it's a parable, an allegory. Why I have to always type out in the Bible. It should be one of the first things that come up, you would think. But yes, in that myth, Enki accidentally deceived Adapa from eating the food of eternal life. This is the same script, okay? Did you know the Garden of Eden is believed to be located between 4 rivers, specifically in Mesopotamia, okay? Meso meaning middle, and Patania meaning of water, which is located in modern day Iraq. Why do you think we've been in war there? So if you were to ask me, the true Garden of Eden is actually at the North Pole. Okay? In fact, the entire Earth plane is the entire garden of the universe. All the churchgoers, I need to pay attention right now. This predates your Bible. The Mesopotamian myth of Adapa, let's go ahead and pull that up. Adapa. Okay. This is the original story of the fall of man. Okay. The god of wisdom, Enki, also called Ea. All right, let's type out Enki. Enki and Enlil. All right. He creates the first man, Odapa, and gives him great intelligence, okay, and wisdom, but not immortality. And when immortality is offered by the god Anu, Ea tricks Adapa into refusing the gift. Does this sound familiar to any of you? Adapa was the king of the city called Eridu, and the myth tells us he went fishing one day. Okay? And then the south wind capsized his boat and hurled him into the sea. Now, furious at this, Adapa broke the wing of the south wind, and for 7 days the wind could not blow anymore. Angered at this, Anu sends for Adapa to explain himself, who is Anu. Okay? dates back before the Bible. Getting into how important today is. Okay? All right. He helps Adapa get past the gardens and the gates without difficulty. Okay, once Adapa is in the presence of Anu, he further tells him that he should refuse any food or drink as death for punishment for his actions. Imagine that. Adapa does exactly what he suggests and refuses the food and drink by Anu. Therefore, Adapa lives the rest of his life mortal. It can be interpreted that Enki Ea is sincerely acting in the best interest of Adapa when he warns him against accepting the offering, because he really believed Anu was going to punish him with death. And this is the true holy science, you guys, which means to become whole again. Like I was saying, whole equals 18. Today is the 18th. How can you be complete if you're missing this hidden information? Because you are limited to your dogmatic concepts that was produced by the Matrix and the leaders in this realm that gave you a script that, well, you live out. This is literally occult hidden information that I give away here, handed to you on a silver platter. I should charge for this sometimes. And people are still over here defending and attacking me for religion when I talk about it. And they're the ones literally being lied to. So, pretty deep stuff. But it goes even deeper, you guys, because we're not even done here. Ask any real astrologer today, and they will tell you that we're in the age of Aquarius, whose motto is I know, and we are no longer in the age of Pisces, whose motto is I believe. Okay? So, therefore, religion is failing and spirituality is rising. That means you either know the stars or you don't. And many churchgoers today will say that the Bible condemns astrology, which it does not, okay? If you are a truth seeker, a pioneer, awakened soul, you should not depend on, well, your pastor to read the Bible to you, okay? The Bible says we condemn astrologers, not astrology. Common sense says, or should be considered rare sense, I guess. Common sense says people don't think for themselves today, and I say that respectfully, okay? Read the Bible, there's truth in it. Jesus is the Son of God, who is the light of the world, also called the Lamb of God, also who is resurrected every Easter. He is also born of a virgin in Bethlehem, okay? The word Bethlehem was also left untranslated in the Bible. It is also meaning the house of bread. It is not a literal house, okay? With the basic understanding of astrology, you will know that the sun is indeed born in spring when it is in Aquarius, okay, according to tropical astrology. When you look up at night, you'll see the Virgin in the sky, which is the constellation Virgo, okay? It's the exact opposite of Aries. I might have said Aquarius first, but I might have meant Aries. But anyways, Libra is tiny compared to Virgo. Virgo takes up 2 constellations, the house of bread, okay? There are 12 houses, 12 cranial nerves in your brain we go through, okay? That's why Jesus said, John 14:2, in my Father's house there are many mansions, okay? As above, so below. As above, so below in your brain. 12 cranial nerves, okay? All right, and these are the 12 posts that the sun passes through every single year through the beginning of time. There's the 13th and Ophiuchus, the Ouroboros. But don't be listening to those astronauts from NASA, which is from the Aramaic word nashab, which means to deceive. That's kind of like trying to land on a rainbow, okay? I think it's kind of impossible. You can only log the stars and study the stars. Therefore, astrology is astrologging. Be an astrologer yourself. Don't depend on someone else's interpretation of astrology or the Bible except for your own. It doesn't cost anything to pay attention. We just got to do our due diligence and do what the Bible says and not what our pastor says. Because again, it's written in parable and allegory about you and how to be your own leader and become the ascended master. Don't listen to me. Take this with a grain of salt, and then act accordingly with the feelings that manifest within. Jesus is the Son. He is you. Or, if you're female, it is still you, okay? But he is the Son, Okay, you are the sun that charges the big sun, but he is also the chrism oil and the third eye. That's why he dies between two thieves on Skull Hill, aka your two eyes on the side that lie, aka the hill of Calvary or Golgotha. Okay, and he even dies at 33, like your 33 vertebrae. Okay, to reach the 33rd degree. He is the stairway to heaven, your Jacob's ladder, your DNA, the Kundalini serpent. He is the Messiah, which is the Messiah region of your body. If you want to learn the secrets of the Bible and life, you must learn astrology and anatomy and physiology. The word pastor contains the word aster as a asterism, which is the stars. Hercules is not a zodiac, which is a sign that the sun passes through. It's an asterism, just like Orion's belt, okay? Why is no one asking that there are star language is in religion, you know? Why is there a deacon or a cardinal in the church? There are 3 deacons in each constellation. There are 4 cardinal signs throughout these 12. There are 4 opening signs that begin the 4 seasons. Aries is a cardinal sign. Cancer is a cardinal sign, which begins summer. Libra is a cardinal sign that begins fall. And Capricorn is a cardinal sign that begins winter. Okay? This is what they should be teaching us in school, but we do that here on the Daily Candle Closed News. Okay? They want your mind disconnected from your soul so they can control you. Okay? Mind control. This channel is a guide to the truth, and that's all I'm trying to preach here. I'm just trying to help my pioneers. My goal is to unlock millions of pineal glands, and I will keep doing that and striving to do that whether you follow my teachings or not. I am only here to help. We are on the same side. So let's continue just a little bit longer and break down this importance, because it's very deep. I mean, I just can't help. So just try to keep up. Okay, Yahweh means God. Yeshua means God's salvation. Yeshua HaMashiach means God's anointed Savior, also called Jesus Christ. Churchgoers will take their babies to get baptized, also called a christening ceremony, where the baby has the holy anointing oil poured over their forehead, which represents the Christos oil, okay, which falls down from the head, dating all the way back to the term in Greek, Christos, again, before your Bible, okay? Dating back to the Christ within, the Messiah. You are the ascended master. You are Christ, okay? And this drips down the spine only to be risen back up by raising your vibration and frequency, okay? In the Bible, in the book of John, when John is describing Jesus, he's actually describing the 7 Elohim, which are the 7 angels or the 7 planets, the 7 illuminaries, or the 7 wandering stars. Luminaries. Boom. Planets. Yes. Planets are also called luminaries, okay? The 7 wandering stars, which also correlate to the 7 days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and 9, John describes Jesus like so. His hair was white like wool, which refers to Kronos, Saturn, Father Time. Okay, his eyes were like a blazing fire, like Zeus, who is Jupiter. He had a double-sided sword coming from his mouth. Aries, the rams, Mars. Okay, his voice was like water. Selene, the moon. Okay, with its reflection, how it controls the tides. Its reflectiveness, his head was shining brightly like the sun. Apollo, okay, with a golden sash around his chest. His heart like Aphrodite, Venus, love. His feet glowing like copper, like it had been thrown into a furnace. Mercury, the god, holds the caduceus, which is a bronze staff, because it is 2 snakes, which is Jupiter and Venus, aka tin and copper. When those metals mix, they create bronze. And that is John describing the 7 luminaries, the planets. And that's why Jesus says in John 15:5, I am the vine and you are the branches of the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, the 7-branch menorah. The 3 branches on the left are the 3 feminine plants, Moon, Mercury, and Venus, while the vine in the center is the sun. The three branches on the right are the three masculine planets: Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Jesus represents Jupiter, Zeus, the ruler of the age of Pisces. Okay, and he also represents the sun in most allegories. Okay, such as Jesus' clothes becoming dazzlingly white on top of the mountain, representing the sun in its full glory during summertime. Jesus dying for 3 days as the sun dies every winter solstice, and then resurrects on, well, the beginning of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, the birthday. Okay, it doesn't move for 3 days from its southernmost degree in latitude. Okay, until the 24th, when it is reborn, like the story of Jesus. Okay, so very important. Just wanted to break this all down because Christians come at me the most, and it is nonsense. But yeah, getting back into the charts and Jerusalem Day, welcoming back our backstage friends. RC3 Moore has dropped off. Reading the chat, do not forget that the Bible is alive and is multidimensional. Very, very interesting. I would love to break that down with you sometimes. Just going off of my research here, probably could have went even more deeper, but just going to leave it there for today. Very important to talk about this. That's why Jesus is the Lamb of God, the Lamb that was slain. Aries, correct. It's all you. It's the 12 cranial nerves that make up the body that pass through each zodiac every month. So very important. Those are your 12 disciples. All right. So I guess we'll get into the charts. I guess if that's all right with everybody else. 6 people watching, still viewing. Cool. Let's do it. Martin Sword said. RC3 more, and others might join later. Well, Jesus keeps pumping. Pepe is undecided on what it wants to do. I've got a current trade that has hit a stop loss. Cha-ching. My stop loss was hit, so that's good. Didn't lose no money. But Pepe decided it wanted to go back up. It's very indecisive on which way it wants to go right now. Had this measured move for a breakout, possibly to the upside or the downside. Took a vote on it. A lot of people were thinking down. We went up first, came back down, and now we're going back up. So really hanging around this VP point of control right here. Just undecisive right now. But let's start with Bitcoin. Where's my chart at? Look at that real quick. Talk about this fallen wedge pattern that I think I brought up in my last live. Ooh, ugly. So messy. I gotta start cleaning my chart. I don't know, you guys. It's my favorite one though. I had a lot of bullish calls off this chart. When I make bullish calls, I don't like to clear it. But we were recently talking about this falling wedge pattern, and that's something I definitely want to bring up, talk about again today. Was the importance of this and what's happened since then. Take a quick drink of water. But thank you again for watching another episode of the Daily Candle Close News, where we talk about everything crypto almost daily, almost weekly, jumping straight into the markets. Bitcoin on the 2-hour time frame. All over the place. We have been going crazy. Up and down, up and down. So recently we talked about this falling wedge, 68% chance of a break to the upside. We got this long wick theory. Pay attention. We got it. Boom. Just like we talked about though, we ain't quite broke to the upside. We could still be coming back down to 25K. We're hanging out around this resistance of 27.2. We can't treat it as support right now. So we're breaking back down to the downside, possibly coming back down to 24, 23. Remember, we are trading against the elite, and we got to be Peyton Manning. Omaha. The market makers like to run the lows, and they'll trap the bears. Or they'll run the highs, and they'll trap the bulls. Just like this right here. We started right here with this bear trap. Boom, 68% chance we get our breakout. So when we see these long wicks, like I taught y'all last week, we're looking for reversals to the upside. Okay? And then we got a long wick again, move back down, long wick again, move back down. We had a long wick right here and moved higher, but bull trapped and moved right back down lower. This is kind of like a crown Bart Simpson head distribution on top. Just can't seem to break this high. Okay? So recommend highly paying attention to the higher lows indicator that Awakened Soul is so um, always telling me to use that I forget. What do we delete? I think I can pull it up. But we can use the Bitcoin chart to give us our trade and entry and exit signals, okay? And we make a ton of money by doing that, okay? We're just like 3 and 5x leverage. You don't have to go anything crazy like 11, 20, everything that I be doing, okay? So pay attention to that. But pull up your higher high, higher low, and pay attention to what's going on. Right now, we got lower high and a lower low. This is showing downside pressure to possibly the 24K range, okay? Who knows? All right. But when we see these long wick reversals, we need to run the lows and de-risk the high and get ready to short again. Not financial advice, okay? But that's how I've been playing the market. All right. When the bears get trapped like this, and it's a small bear trap, and we move up to resistance, it's amazing to hit a reversal and see success. You know, go ahead and exit right here because you're unsure of what's about to happen. You're still setting a higher low, a higher low. So I decided to exit right here in some altcoins. Okay, so I've been trying to teach people, and they've been making all these gains, but they're starting with small amounts. And that's all that matters. They're not wasting their money. They're not wasting their hard-earned cash. Practice makes perfect. Practice on paper trading, okay? Practice with small amounts, a few dollars here, a few dollars there, and these small moves, if you pay attention to Bitcoin and trade it using your altcoins, they become big moves, okay? So pretty important that we just continue to pay attention to that, all right? But the most important part of becoming a sophisticated investor is just paying attention and, doing your own due diligence, reading, watching other people besides me. I'm not the best in the game. Paper trade. That is the most important thing. Start somewhere. Okay. We're giving away gem pick bangers like we did with Jesus and Pepe and things like that when we told you to de-risk Pepe, and it was done. And we told you a 68% chance that Jesus could break out. I'm going to always try and show you what needs to happen and what can possibly happen in these markets moving forward. That's my goal, is to teach you how to become a pioneer as successful as me. And I'm not the best, like we said, but again, I'm glad to be able to show hard work paying off. Okay, so pay attention to volume right now. That's something that started to really show indicators in the market. Volume, so very important. Okay, Jesus is probably not the best chart to view that on, but yeah, it's not. Let's pull up Bitcoin. Okay, but let's look at the volume. See this volume right here on, let's go to the 2-minute time frame. That's what we were on. This volume right here showing a large downtrend. Pay attention to volume. That lets us know where the market's going. Okay, when large injections of volume come in the market, green or red, it gives us an indication of possibly where we could be headed next. All right, so very important. Let's look at the daily time frame. Well, we'll go to the 2-hour time frame quick. Group or no group, becoming a pioneer or not. I just want you to be successful. That's what my channel is about. We're not going to move away from that thesis, from the basics. I love the 2-hour time frame, and I want to make sure that, hey, you guys make a ton of money too. So we previously talked about this falling wedge. The higher time frames, they always win, of course. If we go the daily, the weekly, we know they always win. That's the most important. But being able to make money on these swings on the smaller time frame is empowering. So a possible retest at 27, these two exponential moving averages before a retracement is still possibly in the cards. But right now, since we broke this low, I really think that we're just going to continue to set lower highs and lower lows right here. We talked about support bounce, support bounce, support bounce, support bounce, but we failed that since then. We've failed support. Unless we set in a higher high than this right here, we're not in an uptrend, you guys. And that's one thing we need to pay attention to. So if this holds as our low and our higher low, and then we go and hit these two, set a higher high, that's decision time to see if we're going to break 28K in this previous high. And that's when we're going to look for a reversal right here at around 28,300. So take a few seconds and think about that. Pay attention to the volume. There's less volume and buyers in the market right now. Okay? So the price is increasing, but volume is decreasing. It makes sense if you have an investor mindset. Okay? All right, so this is where we're going to nail a lot of these winners and trades is paying attention to the volume, pay attention to the RSI that's been on the 2 hour, on the daily time frame, approaching oversold, underbought, not quite there yet. So we're still developing this skill set. All right, we got 15, 16 months, I think, of trading before it's just, I don't know, euphoric rally, melt faces, laser eyes all over again, like we've seen before, you guys. Can Bitcoin reach higher prices right now and hit 38K? Yeah, I do think so. It's something I've been pretty adamant on, possibly 32, 33 for sure. So, but until we get done with this choppy sideways consolidation, 60 days of price action, 60 plus days of price action, boring to the sideways, we got a decision to make. Are we going down to this megaphone pattern and retesting the bottom at around 25, 22, 3, 23K? Who knows? But floor. This is still the ceiling, you guys. Until we break this, we assume downside, right? However, the bears are trapped right now, I believe, and are about to get trapped. And they're going to keep opening up shorts on this idea right here instead of viewing this through the eyes of the elite, okay? So don't take a loss. Be a good trader. Open up a second trade and start buying or reverse your trade, set stop losses and open up longs if we see a short squeeze right here. Okay, when shorts get squeezed, they always try to cover you guys, and we get these amazing moves to the upside. And that's what I'm expecting, you guys. And you've heard it here first on the Daily Candle Close News. Because if we flip this level, we're going to go 32.2, 321 go, 38K, and we'll go from there. 35,000, who knows? But we got to assume the downside bearish retest as well, and a possible break even lower until this is flipped. Okay, the money is made right now in the middle when you determine the breakout. It's not about nailing the bottom, even though we did buy 15K Bitcoin. It's not about nailing the top, even though we did sell some altcoins in November around the 5th. A few certain scripted days that I just woke up, took profits because I said I was going to. Did I take as much as I wanted to? No. But everybody's going to be programmed to open up longs right here, but shorts right here. But Mr. Market Maker wants to trick you, is all I'm saying. And the whales want to take your money. So what they do is they completely manipulate this market. All right. And if we lose this, get a bearish retest, more people are going to short this market. And I think we're just going to, boom, right back up, be done, and then massive downside. Not financial advice, but leading into more around September, this time frame of September, October, third, fourth quarter. Okay, so pay attention to any euphoric rally. We've been talking about this for months, but I can't preach it enough. So with all that being said, let's open the floor back up to Modern Sword, and anybody still viewing, let's view that. I stubbed my crypto is in the house. Let's go. Get some hearts out, some celebrations. My favorite crypto name in the world right now. Don't know that anybody's ever going to beat it. The Wolf Pack is on the hunt. Let's go ahead and share that. That's a great comment. Oh yeah, John, you never knew he was mentioning the luminaries in that verse. Yeah, it's all written in parables and allegory. So I'm glad to share some light with you all today. Accidentally exited the browser on my phone. But yeah, come on and join back in if you want to. brother, that's up to you. I know you said you was on your way home, so be safe, safe travels. If you want to join in, or anybody else wants to join the live, let me know. We'll get you a link going. He said, I thought you really stubbed your toe. No, I was shouting out, I stubbed my crypto in the building. Let's go. How many people we got viewing? 7 people viewing. We got let's exit the live stream. We got 5 likes. We should have 2 more. Let's go. Let's get that up. But how we doing, Modern? What you think? What do you want to talk about?
Actually, Songbird financial token. I don't have all my notes with me, but this token is connected 6 ways to Sunday to a bunch of important things.
I own Songbird. You talking about the Flare ecosystem, Songbird?
Yeah, it's
FTX. Let me see if I can find Songbird. I got that chart somewhere.
SFIN. Songbird finance token.
SFIN.
Yeah.
Songbird
I can't find it on TradingView either.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about Songbird, like the Flare ecosystem. I'm into that Songbird, but yeah, I don't see it neither.
It's I believe it's part of the Flare ecosystem. You just see here.
Huh. Yeah, because I own Songbird. I was airdropped Songbird for owning XRP. And I thought I had a Songbird chart.
11,000 of them. They'll ever be around. But if you go to Songbird,
this is my Songbird.
Token, they have a website. Yeah, I have that too. This is different.
Yeah. It's the only one I knew of. I didn't know there was a different one. Huh.
Right?
Dang, this thing it fell 100%. You guys, 98% from enlisting. When they first dropped this to us, man, I had $6,000 plus in my account. This thing fell. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. All gone. 0.
This token is on NextC.
NextC?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, SFIN, you said?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. I heard Filecoin is recently in an SEC lawsuit. I'm hearing, rumors around that.
Yeah. Well, it's not a security. That's the end of that.
Yeah. Well, we know the SEC is just trying to get all they can. Money grab, baby. But yeah. I hate I can't find that chart. I can't even find ordinals. We talked about it. I've been trying to find some ordinals so I can print some NFTs off Bitcoin. Like you were talking about, but I don't even know where to get
Ordinals wallet. What is that? Ordinalswallet.com.
Huh. Okay, I'm writing that down. Got it. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anyway, I apologize. I have to get going. I have to go cook dinner for somebody. So.
That's not a problem. I appreciate you coming out and joining, brother.
I hope to be on the Thors-Day later.
Oh, yeah. I got to get that going soon, don't I? What time is that? I was just hanging out wanting to do a live, but take care. Head out, man. Glad to have you viewing again. We'll get together tomorrow, me, you, and Rob, for that scheduled.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Take care, brother.
Okay. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, you guys, I got to host Thors-Day night live with the Waters community in the Wolfpack. And countdown to that is in an hour. So got just a few more minutes to hang out with you all before we head out of here. Peace out, Modern Sword, Roy Moore says. But yeah, let's read the chat. Make sure I didn't miss nothing. Awakened Soul says, I feel smart every time I hear you. I got to share that. Give her flowers. Appreciate that. Thanks for your knowledge. I appreciate that. Thank you. I work hard to stay on top, stay fit with a brain to soak in all this knowledge to wring it out like a sponge to all you guys. But yes. Appreciate that. Much love. Sending it out to you. But yeah, you guys, let's look at XRP. We talked about Bitcoin. My thoughts on it is, well, we're possibly coming back down. We've been in this idea of a retest of 24, possibly the 223322 exponential range. We're losing this is a liquidity zone of mine that I considered it to be several months ago that we haven't really brought up in a long time. So possibly fell in this 5, range of the fib from right here to the low is showing me a potential dead cat bounce. Got rejected from the 618. So, who knows? Do I think we're coming all the way back down? Only time will tell. But let's look at XRP on, oh Lord, we know this chart is dirty. Dirty charts. But XRP has been pumping back up to 47 cents. My 3x leverage long is looking nice on Bitrue, you guys. Pumped all the way back up to this chaos. Chaos equals 46 in numerology, and XRP just cannot seem to break back above with a false breakout right now on the 1-day time frame. So what do you guys think? XRP to the moon. Let's go. Pump it up, Roy Moore says. Let's go. But yeah, 47 cent, 46 cent XRP, not surprising. This wick is higher than this right here. So if we can just get a daily close above 46 cent, I think we can continue to see this thing pull its way out of this little dippy dip that we prepared you for going back in time since April 21st, when I shared in a video in the Discord for all those that are pioneers of the Pioneer Academy and Awakened Souls Discord and others. But I shared in a trading view idea as well that, well, we could be seeing 42 to 40 cent XRP, and what a great opportunity it has been to buy using the 322 and the 223 exponential moving averages on any time frame to trade. You de-risk above them and you buy underneath them, you guys. It is literally that simple. You don't always have to leverage trade in a market to make money. It may not be as much as you'd like, but hey, little and small sacrifices for bigger and better things. A little penny here and there adds up a long way. So remember that. We got some more comments in the chat. Yes, a nice pump would be awesome for XRP. Looking to de-risk. You and me both, brother. Got limit orders set. You know how long they've been set? Some of them 7 months plus. That's how long they've been set. And when they hit, they hit. If they don't, they stay set. So that's just how it goes. He says, I bought the top. Hey, some of us do. I didn't buy the top. I did buy above $1 XRP, just de-risking from other projects back into it, things like that. It wasn't like just dollar cost averaging. It wasn't just like, pump into green candles like we're seeing now. That is not when I would buy. I would definitely wait for a healthy daily pullback on the daily time frame. Possibly to that 43 cent for, a retest of where around this 223 is. Who knows? We could just continue to rip up. There's no guarantee here, you guys. But what I'm seeing, if we were to let's look at this on the 2-hour time frame for XRP. Yeah, that is just nice. I had this parallel channel. I was thinking maybe we fell into a bear flag, a bear pennant or something, you guys. A parallel channel, basically. I knew that the yellow had flipped with blue. That's bearish, you guys. Just like this time frame back here, when we flipped out of this bear pennant, bear flag, just threw 2 trend lines up, whatever, we traded it, okay? But once again, we rolled over 41, 42 cents, right there around this, close to this 40 range. Anybody that follows the channel like a broken record, we teach you that XRP gives you that 41, okay, or that 14. So that's 41 as above, so below. Or Ripple, that 40 that we could have saw. Who knows? Maybe 40 cents is not out of the cards. Just determines on how far Bitcoin goes. Could we go to 22? How far does XRP go if Bitcoin goes to 22K? But bringing back up XRP, oh wow, just pumping back up to 46 cents. Let's go. But here we go, breaking out with a retest of the bottom side of this parallel channel, a power through on, oh wow, I was about to say, I thought this was the 1400 hour mark of the day. XRP equals 14, but it's 16. But we pumped right back through the heart line, right back through the top side of both the parallel channel and the exponential moving averages came in false breakout above 46 cents. So if we flip this, treat it as support, I think we're off to the races, like the Kentucky Fried Derby. Somebody give me the winner. XRP is the new magi. I'll behave. But it is what it is. We just play around. I play too much. I know. Here, let's give us some hearts. Yeah, let's celebrate. I play too much. But yeah, he said, I am holding ISO projects, ISO 20022 compliant projects. Yes. He said, I am looking for my first bags. What little I got. Hollow Awakened Soul. I do know about trading bots. I don't use them. I am the trading bot. That's just my personal opinion on it. I've never tried to set one up. I've done a little bit of research about them. I'm interested in open to any and all conversations about some, collaborations with anybody that is setting up trading bots and does it on a regular, consistent basis and can show profits. I'm definitely interested in that. But I just have learned and realized that the most powerful brain in the world is the mind, combined with the first mind, which is your gut, and the intuition. I realize I am the bot. But yeah, again, open-minded to that. Thank you, Pinchy Gordo, for that question. Bitcoin conferences usually result in lower prices. Is there a Bitcoin conference going on? I know we got XRP Las Vegas going on, don't we, right now? Is that what I heard? Is that time period of the year? Is that causing mayhem in the markets for XRP to the upside? I don't remember if that's right now. Somebody let me know. Like frick trade. Somebody brought me, that was you that brought that up to me. I haven't had a chance to look at that. I've been on vacation, been traveling a lot, all over northeastern North Carolina, the last few days. Then I'm about to head right back into 5 days of 12+ hour shifts, and being a dad. So I'm definitely going to look into this Freck Trad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Pinchy Gordo, but I'm going to share that for anybody that may be unaware of what I'm doing. I'm reading the chat on another screen. And we are talking about this right here. But yeah. Awakened Soul said, let's see a bot. I am the bot. I have the tools, just don't know the language. We got Bird Dog Crypto Ronin in the house. Let's go. Big love, much love, brother. Sending it out to you. Thank you for having me on the show this past Friday. Looking forward to another future collaboration with you and the crew. Moonfeather, still waiting to hear from her. Sending her much love if she's viewing or views this later. Waiting to hear from your reply. So looking forward to future collaborations with you as well, Moonfeather. So big shout out to the DeFi Mystic Ronin crypto channel and Bird Dog Crypto Ronin channel on YouTube. Shout out to the family. All right, you guys. Any important questions or anything before we get off of here? I've been on here an hour and 13 minutes. That's the 30th prime number. 318. Today's really the third month, so it's 3/18, 138th day of the year. I'm about to kill this podcast. Just want to come out and talk about the markets, spend a little time on here. RC3 Moore is back in the house. RC3 Moore was about to head out. How are you doing?
Hey.
Man? Technical difficulties all fixed?
Yeah, I'm back home now.
Awesome, man. Well, we got a few more minutes to hang out then before I get off of here and get ready to do the Thors-Day night live with the Wolf Pack. Share some of these connections with them and talk more about the market so anybody in the family can come and join us there soon in the Discord.
That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it, man. On the road in Fayetteville, looking forward to meeting up with Raised by Wolves 222 on YouTube tomorrow. After he gets off work, gonna catch a cup of coffee and stuff before I hit the road and head back home. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Now I got to go home and either early in the morning or sometime late tomorrow do a podcast with Modern Sword and another gentleman. So yeah, I've been busy traveling on the road, business vacay, meeting people, growing the family, word of mouth, things like that. So trying to get my work out there. Then I already got my subscriber account up to 91 since I've been gone.
Love to see it. Love to
Yes,
see
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
No, I had to jump back on. We started talking about XRP. I just had to get back in it for a second. I'm not
Thank
trying
you.
to.
Thank you, Anna Ash. Thank you. Have a blessed one. I appreciate you accepting my knowledge. Took a long time to get here. We can all get there together, though. I'm here to be the tour guide for y'all. But yeah, what were you saying, RC3 more?
Oh, just to talk about XRP, I had to jump in, man. I was like itching,
XRPP? I want all to feed me all the XRPPs. But yeah, it's just this 46 cent, man. I'll just try and find a better chart. I got a kind of cleaner one right here. Um, but yeah, it's this range right here. We've got plenty of contraction zones that we can talk about, or just trading ranges that we can draw out right here. Um, we'll just consider this whole phase up here to be one large contraction zone. We then fell into this contraction zone right here.
Yep.
And we just stair step down into this contraction zone, and now hopefully what we're doing is just slowly but surely stair stepping back up, working out this contraction zone. Basically, we've got our high of the range, this is the middle of the range, and we've got some time in the lower of the range, not much back here as well. But if we view back in time, we touched it here. But that was a resistance, came back down. But since this breakout of around, the 24th of March, late March, 21st, 22nd time period, XRP equals 22. And I teach my pioneers around the 21st, 22nd. We tend to get a reset, recycle, change in the market. It's some kind of, volatility. We got that. But it led to this 58 cent blow off top. XRP equals 58. Not surprising. Puppet Master equals 58. But contraction zone, step down, contraction zone, step down. Now, are we going to start stepping back up and entering these liquidity zones? And, we only know when we do. It's really going to be too late, or unless we're on the, smaller time frames, 1 5 minute, catching the, you know, the swing trades, and paying attention to the patterns that are leading to this. Right now I'm noticing this big spike in volume showing this nice push, and like I said, breaking this high, which is breaking this sell off right here. If we were to pull a fib from that right there and go down to the low, I mean, amazing. We're headed towards the 1618, and that's breaking all these right here. It's going to show me an uptrend for sure, guaranteed. Then we could possibly come back down and retest this 46 cent. And as long as we hold it as support, then, that's golden, brother. I think we could easily be off to the races and see that 62 cent XRP that I've been predicting for quite some time now, and much higher. I really do. Not much higher, but I think we'd be lucky to see $1 depending on how high Bitcoin goes. If it goes to 38K or 43K, how high does it go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's going to be the determining factor of 76, 86 cent XRP and Ripple. Ripple, like I said, we just got to break that XRP 58 cent top, but Ripple gives us that 76, 86 cent. And I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to de-risk some levels at both of those. I'm going to have some set for $1, things like that, and go from there.
Yep. And I just wanted to add, as you always teach it, but I put all my limit orders in this week on all my alts.
Awesome. That's being a pioneer, bro. That's staying ready, so you ain't got to get ready. You'll be at work, or you'll be doing something. You'll wake up in the middle of the night and you'll scroll through your phone. You'll have notifications that your limit order's set. You look in there, your USDC, your tethers in your account. You can move it to a ledger from that point, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're good at that point, man. That's
it's definitely a weight off my shoulders, because what are you going to do? Sit there and mess around on your phone all, in the moment, are you even going to be paying attention? It's hard to think about.
Wow. Yeah, it is hard to think about. There's that 62 we get in Ripple XRP. But I just saw this chat and comment, and I wanted to shout out RD. I think this is a new subscriber or someone new viewing the channel. But glad to have you. You said peace. You should call in on Gematria Effect News 25 TFR and promote your work. I'm not sure if you're talking about Zachary Hubbard, but if you are, he actually followed and liked my Facebook channel. Last year, the number one quote unquote Gramatra channel in the world, if you're talking about Zachary Hubbard, liked my work, Gramatra Effect News. But yeah, let's reach out for collaborations. I don't mind to link up with any and everybody. RD, if you don't mind sending me an email that's reachable for you in the comments, I'll reach out to you and maybe we can work on collaborating with whoever and whenever. We got Choppa 44 in the house saying peace, love, and abundance, sending it your way. Patriot Eagle viewing. A lot of viewers, you guys. Looks like for the first time that I'm noticing. So sending you much love. Do you think LTC Litecoin will double price in halving in 2 months?
I guess they're talking about tokenomics of LTC in particular, I guess, right?
Correct. Yeah. I thought about doing a little version of that, but I wanted to speak with Awakened Soul on that first, and I because she does some Litecoin charting, and I wanted to read a little bit more into the background of this halving with Litecoin. It's the first I'm hearing about it. Actually, so before I answer that, I don't want to do a disservice to my viewer and give them something that I absolutely know nothing about at the moment. So yes, do I think it would double in price? Usually, my experience with Bitcoin, the best way I can answer this now is usually 6 months to 6 months before, roughly some time period before or after the Bitcoin halving usually presents itself a great buying opportunity and is the last. So whether that's going to be before the halving coming up, if Litecoin's coming out of a dip maybe in the last few months, maybe it's going to be bullish for the halving and process moving forward for Litecoin. But I don't know. I haven't viewed the chart in a while. But if Litecoin's been in a rally lately, then maybe in a few months, if it continues this, it could show that maybe the halving could be the event where we start to see it decline. So, just throwing this out there, speculation right now. But I appreciate your question and answer. I try to answer it the best that I could without doing any disservice. Ledgers, treasures are compromised. Look for others. I've heard that, Bird Dog Crypto Ronin, and I've seen a lot of reports around this, but I haven't read any recently, so I would love for you to share some. And if you have some links in the comment section down below for anybody that may use it, or myself that is associated with some of these projects. But I have heard these narratives for a few years. Different times. I've had people send me threatening emails talking about they know exactly how much XRP and certain cryptos I held on them or bought at what exchange, and threatened to come to my physical address and do harm to me. Like, I just honestly, I've been through it all. So I'll check my funds, and if they're still there, then I'm gonna hope that my keys, my crypto. I've never shared my phrase with anybody, so I'm hoping that I'm still good to go. But I'm definitely gonna look into this. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, and any and all information anyone finds, please share it down below. Let's stay vigilant. Let's stay protected. Stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Check ELA. ELA, is that a crypto? We'll work on that. ELA. I'm writing it down right now. I'm gonna try and get to it before I get off here. I'm running out of time. Just this chat's going water style crazy, you guys. I'm loving it.
The Patriot Eagle. I linked one of Ruel Black's videos because he's a Litecoin enthusiast. So he knows a little bit more in depth, I think, as far as
Bird Dog actually asked me to make his this past Friday night live with Ruel Black, and I wasn't able to make it. I had like less than 3 hours to take a quick power nap before a work day. So it was a Saturday night, actually. I think he was going live Saturday night that night, and I just did my Saturday night live, and I had to get ready to do a 14-hour Mother's Day on the 14th, I believe. So yeah, I wasn't able to make that podcast, but I'll definitely check that out. That link, and I'll share it in just a second. We're more in the building, yes. Thank you, Bird Dog. I'm a big deal. You're a big deal, brother. We're all a big deal. But yeah, they will report everything to the feds and see some KYC. Yeah, no, you're Client, know your customer. Yeah, everything's going to move KYC. Crypto is going to become the blockchain slavery system. It's not as great as everybody assumes it to be, free as everybody assumes it to be. I don't believe there's anything private about the internet. It was created simply and solely for pedophilia. That proved me wrong. But yeah, awesome, you guys. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this live. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Step outside, grab some fresh air. Enjoy Fayetteville, North Carolina for a few minutes before 7 p.m. and the Thors-Day night live. So I definitely want to thank you all, Pioneers, Awakened Souls, Bird Dog, Crypto Ronins, RC3 Moors. We had the, Pinchy Gordos and Inna Ashes in the house tonight. I stubbed my cryptos. The Johnny G XLM, please. I didn't see your comment earlier, so if you're still viewing, I'm going to go over that real quick for you before I get off here and tell you what I think about it. I just did that, I think, in one of my last few videos and lives, so you can go back and check that out as well. But yeah, I'll look at it real quick. But to everybody that came out, Raised by Wolves, you're all real pioneers. The Signor Fendies, so hope I've got that properly educated and pronounced right this time. But real quick, XLM for Johnny G. Thank you, brother, for being a pioneer, an awakened soul, divergent and glitch, and viewing the channel. As soon as I find my chart, we'll look at it real quick. But Stellar, Lumens, oh Lord, hell. But yeah, I mean, recently, this is what I was just talking about. Is we'd be lucky to see, I think, 23 to, let's be gracious and say 44 cent XLM this year. That would be bringing us back up to this, depending on how high Bitcoin goes. I obviously think we're in an uptrend right now, before potentially coming right back down over the rest of the year. Just like XRP right now, it's just the low, slow mover, the little sister, little brother theory behind it. But anything XRP does, XLM usually follows. So we've got this pump in XLM, and we've got that same pump right here in XRP. So XRP is starting to pump right now, whereas as XLM, it's lagging. It's it's going to be slow. I don't think you're going to be able to. That's not XLM. I don't think you're going to be able to take your profits from XRP and then funnel it into XLM. I don't think it's going to be that fast that you get the opportunity to do that like some people think they can. I see that commonly happen. But right now, we're just getting rejected from the 322 and the 223. We failed to hold support of it, and we rolled over. But low, higher low, high, higher high, higher high, higher high. We're still in an uptrend. We're looking to break this 223. It's sloping down, so not good right now. Maybe we push back down to 7 cents again and set an even another higher high right here on the bottom of this trend line, or parallel channel. But that's not guaranteed. The 7 cent range was really the make or break moment. This is where I got in, 3 to 7 cent in 2020. We rode it all the way up to 70-80 cents. We didn't de-risk a lot. We should have, but we've bought in and dollar cost averaged in for a year, and now 7 cents is make or break. So the moment we start to lose right now, if we go to lose 4 cents, you can go ahead and expect we're probably going to lose 7 cents period and be down. But I do expect to see this right here, some kind of move to the upside. If we were look at this on like a pattern drawing view, we obviously broke out of this bear pennant to the downside, and we got the measured move too. So if we were to measure that right here and bring it to the breakout, boom, it gives us exactly almost where we came. So who knows, maybe we fill out that little bitty, what is that, 7%. I doubt it. Let's be conservative here, but crypto, it can do anything. So, but let's look at this real quick and make one small look at the charts and see if we can't decide where this is and what we might be in. Obviously, we broke that trend line. So this is what I'm seeing. You see this? This is a small broadening wedge pattern on the daily time frame. So that's how I'm gonna play this out with a potential breakout to the upside of, and somebody might do their measured move from somewhere else. But if we were to break out, I think we're going to break out to around 15 cents and then go from there. Let's decode XLM because it's been a while and I forgot before we get off here. But Stellar. Oh, wow. I'm going to say 87. Not surprising. It hit around 81 cents, 80 cents. Stellar XLM. The 62 that we get in Ripple XRP, the 33. Let's type in XLM. Yeah, 14 cents. Let's look for 13, 14 cents. Not even surprised. Let's type in lumens because that's what it is. It's stellar, and it hit 80 cents high on most charts. So you guys, like, come on. I believe it's spelled with an A, but it could be an E. So yeah, right there around the 80 cents. So either way, depending on how you spell it. We talked about planets earlier, stellar lumens, the luminaries, like it's highly tied to the planets. It's literally, its symbol is basically the ring to rule them all, Saturn. So I'm not going against it. But yeah, that's XLM for you all. But with that being said, Patriot Equals said thank you Johnny G, glad you were still here to catch that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you found this informative and intuitive and got something out of it, then it's not common for me to ask you to hit the like and share button, but let's do that. Let's grow the Pioneer Academy and University and get this out to more high vibrational conscious individuals and beings. But with all that being said, we'll see you again in the next one, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, Thors-Day, Jerusalem Day, and remember to become the Christ one, the Christos, the Messiah, the Ascended Master. So pioneers, rise, build your fortress, and build your legacy.